हरि ओम। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गायै नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। भवानी शङ्करौ वन्दे श्रद्धाविश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धा स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। बुद्धेर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। So we are seeing this beautiful 11th chapter in which Bhagwan is showing his Vishwarupa to Arjuna. So Arjuna is seeing Bhagwan's Vishwarupa and describing what he is seeing and experiencing. Arjuna says, I am seeing all the Devatas in you, all the beings in you. I am seeing you having many face, many eyes, many hands. I am seeing you with a crown on your head with chakra and gada and very full of brilliance like the sun and the fire. Arjuna, he, after seeing Bhagwan and listening about him, he said, you are that Sakshat Brahma, Tvamaksharam Paramam, Veditavyam, you are to be known. Mumukshus, they know you. Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam, you are the very abode of this entire Vishwa. You are the indestructible, imperishable protector of Sanatan Dharma, Shashvat Dharma. Based on the Dharma itself, the entire creation is sustained. Everything is sustained by fixed rules and laws. That is what makes everything move very smoothly and properly. Like a watch. Huh? They used to have that mechanical watch. So many gears and so many parts are there in a watch. And when all these parts are connected properly and they move properly, then the watch shows the right exact time. Similarly, this whole entire creation is like a well-oiled, huge clock. Each and every part is functioning very systematically, following rules, following laws. So these laws are eternal. These laws are eternal, and for every being there are different facets of these laws. There are certain beings who are programmed directly to follow these laws without choice, because they have to live in this world and experience the result of their karma. Only a human being is given the choice, because human being can not only enjoy and experience the results of the karma, but they are given a choice to become free of this karma bandhan. So if we utilize our choice properly, we can become free of this samsara. But if we don't utilize our choice properly, we might get more and more bound in this samsara. But that little choice is also there. So, who is the protector of this eternal dharma? That Ishvara himself. So, Tvam Avyaya Shashvata Dharma Gopta Sanatanastvam Purusho Mato Me Anadi Madhyantam Ananta Viryam, you are free from beginning, middle and end. You have infinite power, having many arms, and your eyes are like the moon and the sun. Pashyami tvam deepta hutasha vaktram, I see your mouth of fire heating up the entire creation. Swatejasha Vishwamidam tapantam. Now, Bhagwan wanted to show Arjuna the outcome of this war. Arjuna had that desire. He had this doubt which he expressed, that I don't know who will win this war. Yadva jayema, yadiva no jayeyuhu, whether we will win or the Kauravas will win, what will be the outcome of this war. Hmm. So that desire was there in Arjuna's mind. So Bhagwan wanted to fulfill that desire. He wanted to show Arjuna that the outcome of this war and Bhagwan's that terrible form. See, many things in our life remains hidden from us. We experience the world one moment at a time. That is how the whole thing is made. The structure is like that. We experience one thing at a time. If we have to experience too many things at one time, we will get totally overwhelmed. But if we experience one thing at a time, then slowly and steadily we can experience a lot and move ahead in our life. So certain things of our future is kept hidden from us. It's not required. If the future, we come to know about our future, if the whole future is brought in front of our eyes, then that will be very, very scary and frightening to us. Our mind, our intellect will not be able to bear. So, things are kept hidden. Out of compassion, Bhagwan keeps the future hidden, and also lot of things of our past which are not required, we forget them. Therefore, in the 15th chapter, Bhagwan says that by my blessings only you get knowledge, you remember, and you forget also. Matta jnanam apohanancha, matta smriti jnanam apomahanancha. By Bhagwan's grace only we have smaranam, we remember certain things at certain time. By Bhagwan's grace only we gain knowledge. By Bhagwan's grace only we forget things. Forgetting things are also very important in life. Otherwise our memory will get filled. We will not be able to function properly. Just like our mobile, if the memory gets filled, we will not be able to utilize the mobile, the different applications properly. But here Arjuna had this desire. He wanted to know what will happen. So Bhagwan says, okay, I will fulfill your desire. You want to know what will happen? I will show you. I will show you that terrible form, that Rudra Rupa. So in order to, Bhagwan started showing that Rudra Rupa, and here Arjuna is now describing what he is seeing. So let us chant verse number 20. Dyava prathivyoridamantaram hi vyaptam tvayekena dishascha sarvaha drishtvaadbhutam rupamugram tavedam lokatrayam pravyatitham mahatman. Dyava prithivyoho idam antaram hi vyaptam tvaya ekena dishascha sarva. Bhagwan, Arjuna is saying that I am seeing you pervading the entire everything. I am seeing you everywhere. Everything is filled with you only. Dyava prithivyoho, the heavens means the outer space, all the space outside which one comprehends, everything is filled by Ishvara alone. See, when we look at this world, we see it as material. But Arjuna could see the presence of Ishvara in the entire cosmos, in the Dhyav, in the heavens. See, we have this our Milky Way, beyond our Milky Way, there are billions and billions of more galaxies. Milky Way is just one single galaxy, but there are billions and billions of galaxies are there beyond our Milky Way. And in our Milky Way, in a very side one limb of this, it's a spiral galaxy. In the outer limb is our solar system. So we see only a small little trace of this entire cosmos, a very little portion of this entire cosmos. But here Arjuna could see the entire everything, the infinite cosmos, and he could see the presence of Ishvara everywhere. So Ishvara is present not only in the outer space but also on earth. He is present everywhere on earth. So Dyava Prithivyoho, and Idam Antaram, he, and also in between space, the Antariksha. So not only in the outer space and on earth, but also in between space, everything is filled with Ishvara's presence alone. Ishvara alone is present everywhere. So Dyava Prativyo Ridamantaram, he, so it's a vast cosmos pervaded by that Ishvara alone. Tvaya ekena dishascha sarva, by you only alone pervade all, everything in all direction. Sarva dishaha, in all direction, you alone are there. You alone are there. So we can't even imagine the vastness of Bhagwan's form. See, even on earth, forget about earth, even in our own body, we have so many different creatures living on our body. Bacteria and virus and all. Millions of them. They are living in our body, on our body. In our navel itself, there are so many varieties of bacteria. It's like a rainforest, they say. So many varieties. Average about 50 to 100 varieties of bacteria live in our navel. So if they are so tiny, so fine, so if you really identify with this bacteria and see from their eyes, from their standpoint, they will look at the whole, our navel itself as their whole world. For them, things beyond the navel will not be seen. They will not be able to even imagine that they are living in a living person, in a living person's belly button, in a navel. You can't imagine. In Ramayana, they have given the example like a tree with lots of those fruits. There are some fruits, if you open them, you will find lot of insects are there. So huge tree is there with lots of fruits. And if you just focus on one fruit, inside the fruit there are insects. And if you ask those insects, for them, that fruit itself is their world. They don't even know that there are other fruits, or their world is just a fruit, and there are many other fruits, and all these fruits are on a tree, and there are hundreds and billions of trees in that forest, and there are many forests. Nowadays science has found out that this our universe is just one universe. Before that there was another universe. So before that there might have been another universe. So it's a vast, vast cosmos. Everything is filled with Ishvara. And because of our limited vision, we can't comprehend. But here Bhagwan had given the Divya Drishti to Arjuna, and he could see that Ishvara alone pervades the outer space, the in-between space, and on earth also. So Dyava Prativyo Ridamantaram hi Vyaptam Tvaya Ekena Dishascha Sarvaha Drishtvad Adbhutam Rupam. This is a Adbhut Roop, incomprehensible, most wonderful form of Ishvara. Drishtva Ugram, and this form Arjuna could see the terrible power and strength in this form. That all things of our world and all these things are nothing but like a dust in front of this form. See, sometimes when we walk, those little creatures who live on ground, they get crushed when we walk. So many of them die. Even when we breathe, so many little bacteria and those viruses and all, they just collapse. But we don't even acknowledge their presence, because they are too small, they are too little. Similarly, in front of this Virat Vishwaroop of Bhagwan, this our Prithvi and all these creatures who are living here are too little, too small. They are like bacteria and viruses only. So Arjuna could see that terrible form of Ishvara. Drishtvad Bhutam Rupam Ugram, Ugra Roop, Rudra Roop, terrible Roop. He says, Tavedam, seeing this form, not only Arjuna was seeing, but he could sense so many different creatures are also aware of the vastness of Ishvara, and they are getting scared of that Ishvara's form. Lokatrayam pravyatitam. He says, I am seeing all the three worlds getting scared of you. They are frightened, they are scared. Pravyatitam Mahatman, O Mahatma, O the great Mahatma, you are so mighty, so vast, so large, infinite, and seeing your that form, all the three worlds are getting scared. Adbhutam, Rupam, Ugram. And now Arjuna is seeing in that form what is happening. He describes now in the next verse, Amihitva surasangha vishanti kechid bhita pranjalayo grunante swasti tyuktva maharshi siddha sangha stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhihi. He says that Amihitva surasangha vishanti, that I am seeing in your form lots and lots of devatas, groups of devatas are just entering into you and merging into you, getting dissolved into you. Amihitva surasangha vishanti. See, our Shankaracharya ji writes in his commentary, कि अमीहि युद्धमाना योद्धारः त्वा त्वां सुरसंगाः ये अत्र भूभारावताराय अवतीर्णा वस्वादिदेव संघाः मनुष्य संस्थानाः त्वाम्. See, lot of devatas like Vasu and all, many of the devatas had taken human form to destroy the evil forces and establish dharma. So in this Mahabharata war, lot of these devatas also were participating in this war. So even Bhishma Pitamaha was avatar of Vasu only, one of the Vasu. So many other devatas also had taken human form and were participating in this war to establish that dharma and to destroy all adharma. So this is, see, many times we see certain things happening in our life, but as I had said, that everything has connection with everything else. That what we do here on earth, it affects the heavens also, it affects the Naraka also, it affects the other parts of the world also. So sometimes the devatas and other beings, they also participate in our life. In Ramayana, we know the story that when Dashrath Maharaj decided to crown, have the coronation ceremony of Sri Ram, and it was all decided. At that time, the devatas, they had an emergency meeting, and the devatas said that we should not allow this to happen. We should not allow Sri Ram to be coronated, because if he becomes the king and if he remains in Ayodhya itself, then all the Rakshasas and all those other people who are there, they might continue with their trouble. Because even with Dashrath Maharaj, a great king, the Rakshasas continued with their adharmic ways. So the Devatas, they had a meeting and they requested Saraswati Devi that you do something, change the mind, change the thinking of this Dashrath Maharaj. Saraswati said, I cannot change his thinking, and I cannot change the thinking of any of these Ayodhya people, because they are very much devoted to Sri Ram. But there is one lady who has come from some other place, this Manthara, and I will change her mind. So Saraswati changed the mind of Manthara. Manthara changed the mind of Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi changed the mind of Dashrath Maharaj. Then Dashrath Maharaj took the decision of sending Ramchandraji away to the forest. So we think our life is what we do here, but we are connected to the Devatas, we are connected to everyone. So it's a combination, permutation of actions of everyone happening to make some things possible. So here in this Mahabharata war also, Bhagwan had taken this avatar to protect the good, to destroy the evil, and to establish dharma. But to destroy the evil means lots and lots of people had to be destroyed. So the Pandavas, a lot of these people from the Pandava side also got killed, and a lot of people from the Kaurava side got killed. And later on, Bhagwan also killed a lot of the Yadavas also, his own family members. It was a big operation, you can say. So before Bhagwan concluded his avatar, he destroyed lots and lots of people, and then made Yudhishthir the king and established dharma. So here also lot of devatas were participating in this war to make this war possible and to destroy all people. So Arjuna could see that. He says that I am seeing amihitva surasangha vishanti. I am seeing lot of these devatas entering you. And kechit bhita pranjalayo grunanti. And these devatas also, according to their karmas, they have to take this human form. And they are also scared. Arjuna says, I am seeing them scared and entering you. And some of them are doing namaskar to you. Kechit bhita pranjalayo grunanti. Lot of fear in their heart. They are doing namaskar and they are doing your stuti. I could see them frightened and doing this, your stuti. See, we see things from our life and our standpoint, but at the same time, lot of things are happening in the lives of all different people. For the same event, some people are praying that it should happen this way, some people are praying it should happen in another way. The whole world is very complex. And all these prayers reach Bhagwan. So he could see, Arjuna could see here, this great devatas also scared and doing namaskar to Ishvara and doing his stuti. Grunanti stuvanti tvam anne palayane api ashaktaha santaha. Some of them are getting scared and running away. And those who cannot run away, they are just standing there doing namaskar to you and doing your stuti. Swasti iti uktva maharshi siddha sanghaha. And Arjuna could see lot of maharshis, great maharishis, and siddha sangha, and all siddhas, enlightened masters. They are also there in different places, and they are seeing the whole situation, and they are uttering swasti, that may everything be good. They are praying for everyone's welfare. They are praying for everyone's welfare. So these great Mahatmas are there even now. Lot of great Mahatmas are there living alone somewhere in the Himalayan caves or in some other places in the forest, in the mountains. Have given up all their interaction with the world, but they remain in their own places. They know the past, they know the future, they know what is good for the world, and they pray for everyone's welfare. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. They pray. So here Arjuna could see great maharshis and great siddha, lot of siddhas and maharshis. Swasti iti uktva stuvanti. They are chanting swasti. They let there be peace, let there be everyone's welfare, let everyone be good. And they are doing stuti of Bhagwan. They are doing stuti of Bhagwan. See, these great rishis, munis and all, they have the great love and compassion towards all beings. Even those who are bad, or even those who are adharmic, the Rishi Munis will have compassion and they will think of their welfare only. In Ramayana, there is a story of Kak Bhushundi, who even insulted his own teacher. But Bhagwan, Lord Shiva, got very angry, and this teacher came in between and he prayed to Lord Shiva and he said, please don't be angry on my Shishya. He is a little foolish and he doesn't know what he is doing, but please forgive him and please bless him. So similarly here the Rishi Munis and the Siddhas, they are praying for the welfare of the whole world. They are not participating in this war, but they know what is happening, they know what will happen, and they are praying for everyone's welfare. Swasti iti uktva maharshi siddha sangaha stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhihi. So with various stutis, with complete praise and stutis, stotras, they are singing your praise. They are singing your stuti. They are worshipping you, they are praying to you. They are thinking of everyone's welfare. So that also Arjuna could see. See, we get involved with our life so much that we are not aware of lots of people because of whom our life becomes more smooth and happy also. Even when we are not well, and there are some people who are praying for our welfare, praying for our good health, and their blessings has effect on our life. Actually, we become aware of some blessings when we are really in trouble, and out of lot of difficulty we become free of that trouble. Suppose someone becomes sick, nowadays with all this virus and all, becomes sick and then has to be carried to the hospital, and there he remains there for a long time, and then is on the life supports, and all this oxygen and all is given to him, and all this remains there, and so many nurses and doctors are taking care of him, and after a lot of painful days, after some 1 month or so, he becomes all right, and then he comes back home all right, and he says, oh, God was so kind, and the nurses and the doctors were so nice, and because of them I got saved, and it is such a great thing. I am so grateful. But those who don't get sick, those who don't have to go through all these things, they feel that, oh, nothing has happened. But we are unaware that lot of trouble are prevented to come into our life by Bhagwan's blessings only. By the blessings of great Mahatmas, by the blessings of the elders. Sometimes we are about to go to our work, and we start our car, and then suddenly we realize, oh, I have forgotten my some file or something. So I again go back home, and I get delayed by about half an hour. But that half an hour delay must have prevented a big accident from taking place, has prevented from some calamity from taking place. But I am not aware. I am not aware that Bhagwan has saved me. I am not aware that somebody's blessings have saved me. So we should be always grateful. Not only when we are in trouble and we come out of that trouble, but we should be grateful continuously. Because we get the blessings of these great Mahatmas and our elders and our forefathers and our neighbors and friends and relatives constantly. So we should be aware of them. So here Arjuna could see. Only when we see, we will know. So Arjuna saw the great Rishi, Munis, Siddha, Sanghas. They are praying sincerely. They have nothing to do with this war and all, but they are praying for everyone's welfare. Swasti iti uktva maharshi siddha sangaha stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhihi. they are doing stuti of Bhagwan through various stotras. Further, Arjuna describes, Rudraditya vasavo ye cha sadhyaha Vishveshvino marutaschoshmapascha Gandharva yaksha surasiddha sanghaha Vikshante tva vismitaschaiva sarve. Arjuna could see the variety of beings. All of them are aware of what is going to happen. So many different beings are there, and also you could see them connected to Ishvara in different ways. And all of them are praying, all of them are meditating, worshipping. If you have to see the grand, large universe with all the beings and their connection to Ishvara, it will be most amazing. See, even our mobile. Now my mobile is connected to the antenna. Through that only gets connected to other mobiles and all. But if you happen to see the whole network, you will find that the connection is happening here, there, different ways. Everything is connected to make our communication easy. Complex connection is there. Yesterday there was a big breakdown in Mumbai. The electricity got cut and the whole thing came to a standstill. The railways and the computers and the communication, life, everything came to a halt. But when it is functioning, everything goes smooth. So here also Arjuna could see the variety of beings connected to Ishvara, praying to him. See, we have our ultimate connection with Ishvara alone. All our connections with other things and all are, the only connection with Ishvara is permanent, eternal. So Arjuna could see Rudra Adityaha Vasavo Yech Sadhyaha. He saw the different devtas and different beings. Rudraha, the Rudras, the Ekadasha Rudra. Adityaha, the 12 Aditya. He saw the Rudras, the 12 Adityas. Vasavaha, the Ashtavasus. Vasavaha, each Sadhyaha. Then the Sadhya, they are also beings. Sadhya. Then Vishve Ashvinau, they are also different beings. Vishve Deva. Then Ashwini Kumar. Vishve Ashvinau Deva. Marutaha, the Marut Ganas. Then Ushmapaha. These Ushmapas are the Pitaraha, the ancestors. They are in the ancestral world, the Pitar Loka. Ushmapaha. Then Gandharva Loka and Gandharvas, the divine celestial musicians. Then Yaksha, the Yakshas, other beings. Then Sura Siddha Sanghaha, then the various types of Devatas, and also Asuras, Asuras and Siddha Sanghaha, and Siddhas, lots of them. So various types of Gandharvas like Ha Ha, Hu, Yakshas like Kubera, Asuras like Virochan, Siddhas like Kapila, So all of them he saw vikshante. He saw them looking at Ishvara. Gandharva Yaksha Asura Siddha Sangaha vikshante tva. They are all looking at you. See this, all these devatas and so many of these other beings, many of them know the mahima of Ishvara. And in their own places, in their own way, they look at the glory of Ishvara, the greatness of Ishvara with lot of wonder in their eyes and in their heart. Vismitaschaiva sarve, all of them are vismitaha. Vismit means wonder, filled with wonder. Vismayam apannaha santah te eva sarve. So all of them with lot of wonder in their heart, they are looking at Ishvara. Ishvara is that Rupa, and that's what Arjuna could see in that Vishwarupa of Bhagwan. He could see all this variety of beings. See our life, each one of us, we have our own set of life. Some of our lives our life must be so monotonous and boring. Some people are totally involved in some worldly matters. Some are busy in their business. Some are busy in politics. Some are busy in some social work. Some are busy doing nothing. So variety of lives. Similarly, these devatas and siddha ganas and yaksha and marud ganas and all of them have their own life and their own duties and their own interaction with Ishvara and own relationship with Ishvara. So Arjuna could see all this. He could understand all this and he could see all this. See, if you go to a huge factory, you will find thousands of people working, and each one of them, they have their own specific duties. And when all of them are doing their duties properly, the whole factory works systematically. Or even if some big event takes place, lots of people are involved. And each one of them, they have their duties. And when all of them do their duty properly, the event goes on very smoothly. Similarly, this vast cosmos, though Ishvara is the supreme ruler, but he has delegated this work to all the devatas and to all the other beings. And they remaining in their places, they do their work, and many of them, they know the mahima of Ishvara and they pray to Ishvara and they are connected to Ishvara. So Arjuna could see all these different beings. Rudraditya vasavo yeja sadhyaha vishveshvino marutaschoshmapascha gandharva yaksha surasiddha sangaha vikshante tva vismitascha eva sarve. Further, Arjuna says, Rupam mahatte bahuvaktra netram महाबाहो बहुबाहुरुपादं बहुदरं बहुदंष्ट्राकरालं दृष्ट्वा लोकाः प्रव्यथितास्तथाहम्. Arjuna says कि रूपम महत्ते बहुवक्त्र नेत्रम, your रूप I am seeing, महान रूप, this glorious large form of yours, bahuvaktra, with lots of faces, and netram, with lots of eyes. He Mahabaho, Bahubahurupadam, with lots of arms. Lots of arms and all. Bahu, Uru, Padam, with legs and thighs and arms and multiple of them. I am seeing you in that grand form. Bahudaram, with lots of stomach. Bahudanshtra Karalam, and having teeth, very scary, terrible teeth. Danshtra Karalam. So seeing this form of yours, Drashtva Loka Pravyatitaha, seeing your form, I am seeing the entire world getting scared. Drashtva Loka Pravyatitaha, they are getting scared. They are seeing the impending thing which will happen, and they are getting scared. See, sometimes certain things which happen in nature also, we might not be aware of it. But then if we have all the system in place, we can predict it also. Like some hurricane happens or some tsunami takes place. So they come to know that earthquake has taken place in the ocean, and it has created large waves, and those waves are now traveling with tremendous speed, and it will reach a place near some shore of some country, and it will create lot of devastation there. But now everything seems very peaceful and all. But those who know about it, they know that a great tsunami will happen, and all these people who are just thinking that nothing is happening, they will be swept with these large waves, and they will all collapse. Similarly, these great devtas and those other beings, many of them are aware that a great war will happen, and many people will get killed, and a terrible thing will happen. So, and they see that all these things will happen by Bhagwan's power and Bhagwan's grace only, and they could see the terrible, frightening form of Ishvara and getting scared. See, Ishvara is not only creates the world, he sustains the world, and he dissolves the world. In order to create the world, Bhagwan takes one particular form. In order to sustain the world, Bhagwan takes another form. And in order to dissolve the world, he has to take another form. Even when the whole world is sustained, constantly things are getting destroyed and new things are born. So Bhagwan constantly takes different form and expresses in this world. See, in our body also, we are born as a tiny little baby and we keep growing. But if you see the whole thing happening in the body, lots of cells are getting born, but at the same time lots and lots of cells are getting destroyed. Lot of these organs are becoming strong, but lot of them are getting old and going towards decay. So all these things are happening continuously. So when we see it all together, then it is very frightening. Or when we come to know about it, it's very scary. See, when we hear about some tragedy happening, some war or some natural calamity happening in some other country and all, we just hear it in the news. But when they show the footage, when they show the live footage and how people are getting scared and running around and the devastation which is happening, then we come to know the scary part of it. Similarly, here when things have to happen, get destroyed and all, Bhagwan takes a terrible form, Rudra avatar. So people, lot of these devtas and other beings, they are seeing Bhagwan in that form and they are getting scared. So Drishtva loka pravyatitaha, they are getting scared. I am seeing them all scared. But what about Arjuna himself? He says, Tatha aham, I am also getting scared. I am also very frightened. I am also frightened of this whole thing. See, in the war, they had put that atom bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and within short time, millions of people died and millions of people got injured, and the effect of that lasted for hundreds of years. Many years. So one who created that bomb, a scientist, he had also not imagined that such a thing will happen. And he quoted Bhagavad Gita. The shloka will come. He quoted Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagwan says that I have manifested myself as Kala, as death, and I am destroying this whole world. I will destroy this whole world. So that scientist remembered this shloka from this Bhagavad Gita, and he says that I am seeing that Rupa of Bhagwan when this bomb was put on that Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So here also Arjuna is seeing a terrible, frightening form of Ishvara, and is getting scared. He says all the worlds are getting scared, and Tata Aham, and I am also very, very scared. But on Arjuna's request only, Bhagwan is showing him. Arjuna wanted to see, क्या होगा मुझे देखना है. आपको देखना है, देख लो. So Bhagwan will show now what will happen in this Mahabharata war. What will happen to Bhishma Pitamaha, Dronacharya, Karna, these mighty warriors. Arjuna will see them, what will happen to them. So more about this we will see in our class tomorrow. So till then you take care, be happy, peaceful, healthy, safe, do your work, do your sadhana, pray to Bhagwan, meditate on his Vishwarupa, and pray for everyone's welfare. And we will meet again tomorrow. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम.